Hello there, it's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, and I'm here today to look at something very special. I know I say that a lot, but this is truly animation royalty on the table right here. And we'll talk a lot about what that means in a little bit. But first, I want to show you a couple things. First, the channel, Trading Archives, there's actually a website too, tradingarchives.com, has some cool articles and information and guides to various sets and things on there. Is a great place to learn about this kind of thing. And if you enjoy the sorts of videos that I make, and especially, content like this, that you really maybe aren't going to see anywhere else. Maybe, I don't know if you, I don't think anyone else has seen this. I haven't seen it at least. Definitely like and subscribe. It helps me to know what kind of videos people like and what they don't like, and what I should buy more of and what I maybe shouldn't buy as much of, right? So if more people like a video, I'll buy more of that type of product, right? So that's kind of how that works. The other thing is, if you subscribe, we're very, very close to our 888 subscriber giveaway. So as soon as we get 888 subscribers, I think we're at 815 right now. So not that far to go, right? Maybe another month less if you all get your friends to subscribe too. We'll be running another giveaway, and there is an amazing set of giveaway prizes. I've been changing them out and rotating them in, so there's a lot of new stuff in there that you haven't seen before. And in fact, I'm about to add this to it. So this is a box of Kmon's Overlord set, and as you can tell, the box is pretty amazing. This is a kind of a really special set. The base cards are a little boring, I'll admit that, but there are relic cards in here from the Overlord anime that are simply mind-blowing. There's a 4-up relic inside of here. I actually pulled it from my first box of it. You can go watch the video of me pulling that. I screamed like a child when I pulled that. I managed to sell that card for quite a lot of money, so there is a lot of value in this, and it's, of course, Overlord's a wonderful anime in its own. So yeah, this will be in the giveaway pile as something you can choose. Now, that giveaway is not running right now, so don't get too excited. But do get subscribed so that you know exactly when we get there, and also you'll help us hit that goal even sooner. And then again, before we look at this, let's look at our top cards of the day, because we're going to rotate them out, which is great. I love to do this. I love to sort of keep track of my favorite cards that I pulled throughout the day as I film, because I usually film like 5 or 6 of these in a day. And I start with nothing, and then by the end of the day, I can't even decide what's best anymore because there's so much awesome stuff. But this was my second place card for a while. It is a Digimon UR. So that's from their Digimon series. They lost that license recently, and these cards are actually exploding in value right now on eBay, with the URs, around the $5 or $6 mark each. So it's a very nice looking card, but also pretty good value for this type of card. I mean, I know that's not a lot of money for everything, but for this type of card, that's not bad. But I'm going to put that one to the side now because I actually pulled something even better in my last video. So I just filmed an opening of Game Soul, which is a multiverse video game set that I just love. And I pulled this very, very cool looking Cloud PTR. So that is my current second place card with this beautiful etched logo on it. And then my current favorite card actually comes from an independent trading card set. So this is a set that I bought through Kickstarter from Long Dog Cards. They're the publisher, the main publisher of this set of the Leg Day cards, contributed a lot of great art to it. It's a beautiful set based on sort of the history and lore of UFOs. But one of the promos for backing the Kickstarter was you could get a custom metal card made. And so I had them print me a metal card with my cat Batman on it. So that's an actual photo of my cat Batman, looking very surprised as he's about to get abducted by aliens. Now he always looks that way, but it works well for the card here too. And it's a metal card, and they made that for us. So again, lovely thing. I can't thank them enough for making such a card, and it'll always have a special place in my collection, just because it's my own cat on there. How could you not love that? So that is my first place card. Okay, now on to what we're opening today. This is Tom and Jerry. So Tom and Jerry, you've definitely heard of them, I'm sure. You've probably either heard of the actual Tom and Jerry cartoons, depending on how old you are. But if not, you've almost certainly heard of the Itchy and Scratchy parodies that is in the Simpsons cartoons. So all of the Simpsons episodes, well, not all of them, but many of the Simpsons episodes feature a little short where this cat and mouse named Itchy and Scratchy are fighting each other and hitting each other with hammers and axes and burning each other and blowing each other up with dynamite. That's actually a parody of this. That's a parody of Tom and Jerry. And Tom and Jerry first came out in 1940, so a long, long, long time ago. And there were over 161 short films. So this was before television was, I mean, television existed, but it wasn't in everyone's home yet, right? So people would go to the movie theater and they would watch, maybe 2 or 3 short films and then a proper film after that. And that was sort of how films worked back then. And Tom and Jerry was one of the primary things being shown before major films back then. There were over 161 shorts made, and they were pretty cutting edge for the time. I mean, having animated characters cut each other with axes was something nobody had really seen on screen before, so it was pretty special stuff. Also won many Academy Awards, if you can believe that, for short films, competing with Disney in a lot of cases. So they would go up against a Disney short and win. That's what this franchise is all about. It's been going strong since then. There's a comic strip that ran for 30 years daily. There are tons of cartoon shows by many different manufacturers. Some of the cartoon shows are reused versions of the original shorts. Some are original pieces. There have been lots and lots of full-length films made. There have been video games made. It is a kind of a media powerhouse, if you will, but a little bit over to the side, right? It's not like Star Wars, one that's in your face all the time. But at the same time, if you bring out a Star Wars set and a Tom and Jerry set, people will recognize both, right? They might, if you ask someone like, what's the most famous franchise, they're probably gonna pick Star Wars or something like that. But if you put them both on a table and oh yeah, I know what Tom and Jerry is, like, it's really hard to find anyone really in the whole world who doesn't know what Tom and Jerry is. So I wasn't too surprised to find a trading card set based on it. Now, I believe this is by the same people who brought us that wonderful Pink Panther set. So if you remember, there was a Pink Panther trading card set we opened the other day that included a bunch of really cool stickers in it like that. I think this is by the same group, but I don't know for sure. But we're going to open it up today and find out. And we'll open all the cards in here. So we're going to see everything that is in here. There's what the back looks like. And I'll put a link of where to buy this in the notes so that you can buy your own box if you want. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are fond of this franchise. I do have to warn you though, and if you've never read the Wikipedia entry for Tom and Jerry, which of course you haven't, why would you have done that? Go read it. It's actually kind of surprising. If you go look at that, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. There is so much information about this franchise and different versions of it and people who've owned it and controversies and just all kinds of stuff to read about. Being a cartoon from the 1940s, it unfortunately had a lot of the racial stereotypes of that era built into it, just like Disney did, right? Like Disney has Song of the South and some things they're really not proud of. But at the time, those were pretty common stereotypes to have, although now we know that was really not a good thing. Tom and Jerry is unfortunately full of that too, to the point that a lot of the modern cartoons that reuse the older works were forced to cut entire characters. So the Wikipedia will explain it to you, but there are whole characters of Tom and Jerry that you've never heard of unless you saw the originals, and that's just because they are very problematic, let's just say. And like very problematic, like not something I even want to be talking about or showing. It's pretty bad stuff, to be honest, in our modern era. Back then, again, it was bad back then, but they didn't think of it the same way or whatever, you know what I mean. Anyway, okay, so here we go with the cards. This is Tom and Jerry. The set is called Memorial Collectible Card. Now, of course, I'm almost certain this is a bootleg. It's impossible for me to prove that or disprove that. I just can't. There just isn't a lot of information about this set. I mean, you saw even on the back, there isn't even like a manufacturer mark, so I really can't tell. But I have to guess that it's a bootleg. And it doesn't come with a button or anything, so I don't think it's exactly the same as the Pink Panther cards. We'll put that box to the side here. And then let's see how many packs we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 pack set. Pretty common for these small hobby box sets that you'll find on AliExpress. Let me, before we start opening packs, actually, let's walk through the flyer together. I can kind of show you where I got it, how much I paid, and we can kind of learn a little bit about the set before we start opening the cards, so that hopefully we understand a little bit about better what we're opening. Let me pause quick and I'll go bring that up and I'll be right back. All right, and I'm ready to show you that now, so let's switch over to the other screen. So this is the actual vendor that I ordered my box from. It's not the only vendor that sells it, but it is a pretty good vendor. I've used them a few times. My Boutique Cards is the name. And despite how shady that name might look, they are quite legit. You can see they have good ratings and quite a few followers. And I've done a lot of orders, although in this case, I may be the only person who ever bought this. I'm not sure. Those numbers are never super accurate. But you can see the cost is not very high. I actually think I paid less than that number for it. But I can't really remember at this time. But yeah, you can see it's not too expensive. And yeah, let's look quickly at the flyer here. So again, just no real manufacturer mark as to who made it. When you see these flyers, often people just scroll past them, but there's this view more button here, and it's important to click that. That's where all the real information is. And so we can see here that there are some KSPs in the set. Then some SSPs, there'll be 12 of those. KPS, I don't know what all these rarities mean, 6 of those. Some SPs, these are like comic book ones. I'm actually very interested in those cards. I think they look great. We got some SPRs, SLRs. These are posters for the movies. Like great looking posters, to be honest. Some CPs, these are like stamp cards. Again, these are comic book cards. So they have the actual cover of the comic, and then Jerry there is opening up the page of it. That's the SSR level. There's 108 of those to kind of give you an idea of the size of this set. And then, moving down here, we see some of the other kind of special cards. We've got some Marvel themed PRs that would be wild to pull, that they would, if we get those cards, we can put them together, right? And make like an Iron Man versus how I can't even, like, my mind is kind of blown at this point. Like Batman, what, Harley Quinn? I don't even know what to think about that. That's insane. I hope we pull one, but oh my god, we're probably not going to. But what? Tom and Jerry is okay. Hey, whatever. It's great. We can do anything we want, right? All right. So that's our flyer. That's what the set is all about. So let's switch back now and look at some actual cards here. So here's our first pack. And again, there's just no real way to know who made this. There's not any solid information as to what company made it, or at least it's not a company that I recognize at all. And I'm not sure either how many cards are going to be in one of these packs. We're about to find out. Looks like 3, which means you'll get, about 30 cards in a box. I can say they are nice cards. Like, they feel very nice, actually. They have a rounded edge, so they're kind of sealed on the edge, not just cut. And that's one of the CPs. That's a CP05. And, like, I'm not kidding. Like, that's a very nice card. I'm solidly impressed here. Much nicer than the Pink Panther cards, to be honest. They feel a lot nicer. These almost, like, I know that they're not, just because they couldn't possibly be, but they almost feel like Big Face Studio cards. They almost feel that good. I'm noticing a bit of a tear damage on that one. That's unfortunate. Although this is, just an SSR. So this is the base card in the set. And it looks like we're getting 2 base per pack, which means we're only going to get 10 non-base cards. Fortunately, the base cards feature comic book covers. And if you know me, you know I love comic book cover cards. I will buy entire sets just to get one comic book cover card. So I'm not at all sad about getting a lot of those. That's actually really happy for me, although some other people might not be as interested in them as I am. But yeah, here's another CP. And then we've got 2 more SSRs here. And if you remember, there were 108 SSRs to get. So quite a lot of these. Like that's 15, that's 103. So I wonder if they're like in order. They might be in order, I'm not sure. But these are old comic books. My dad actually had a box of comic books that I would always go and play with in his closet. And he had, like Rin Tin Tin, he had Tom and Jerry, he had old comics like that. He doesn't have those anymore. So, people are probably like, oh, those are worth a lot of money. They are, but they're all gone now. I don't know where they went. Here is an SPR. Interesting foiling on that. Ooh, not cut very well. You can see the cut line is kind of way off on that card. But still nice looking card. And then we've got 2 more of the SSRs. What a cool concept for a set. I've been talking a lot about this Mad Magazine set that I'm picking up. It's not here yet, or I would show it to you. But I have ordered it. It is being shipped. It's on its way. And that set also features Mad Magazine covers, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. At least I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. Here is another SPR. Tom in jail. Tom is the cat and Jerry is the mouse, in case you were wondering. I'm hoping that none of these comics end up being the problematic ones, but I'm guessing they would not print those. At least I'm hoping they won't print those. If I do spot one, I might have to edit it out because, yeah, I'm not joking. It's like really not good stuff. But again, you have to remember, we're talking about the 40s, right? It was a long, long, long time ago. Right? Not actually that long ago, but in societal terms, quite a while ago. Now the CP, looks like we're going to get a full set of those CPs. I love these comic book covers. They're just, I don't know, I just really, really like the look of those. It's such a cool concept to have him turning the page too. You don't usually get that. Usually you just get, the comic book cover and nothing else. What a fun set. Yeah, I would say if anyone here is interested in the Tom and Jerry franchise, this set seems good. Like, I was a little bit worried at first, but I think you can be pretty safe in buying this one. It doesn't seem to feature any of the like really bad stuff, and it seems to have like nice quality artwork on it. There's a KPS. And then this is a movie poster card, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Now, you have to remember back in the day, you could just literally copy something like that and it was okay. They didn't have to change the name at all. But that is actually like there's Charlie Bucket, there's Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka, there's some Oompa Loompas. What a fun card. That older Willy Wonka movie is one of my favorite movies, like absolute favorite movies of all time. I'll even sit and watch the Cheer Up Charlie song, which most people skip. I don't like it, but I'll sit and watch it. That's kind of how much I like that movie. So getting this card is very special for me. I'm actually like really, really happy with that. That's awesome. Oh, and I'm sorry, I almost got ahead of myself. There's actually another card here, and I just almost completely ditched it. Let me get some more sleeves out here. And these have a nice matte finish on them too, which is kind of unique. You don't often get matte finishes on cards. There aren't any dupes here either, which I mean, with 108 cards in the base set, it would be pretty bad actually to get a dupe, but we haven't, so that's good. Oh, we got another movie. We got actually 2 movie cards in that one. That's quite a pack there. So here's the best of Tom and Jerry movies. Maybe I can put that one right here. And then this is Fur Flying Adventure. I'm gonna put that under because I really like the Willy Wonka one. I think that's the best. And then here is another comic book. Man, I am kind of like shocked at the quality level of this set. It's I mean, there was some damage on the back of the cards, but overall the print quality here is exceptional. They're doing something really subtle with these cards to make them have that kind of worn look that a 40s, 50s comic book would have. And I'm very impressed by it. Oh, it's sweet. And look at this. We got one of the comic style cards. The SPs. This is an SP. But I love it. It has frames of the comic in the back. Ooh, a little bit of damage to the front. That's not great. But still, lovely card. I wish it wasn't damaged, but lovely card. Wow. And then we got the Nutcracker. Then another SSR. And such a fun set. Like, I could imagine having a full set of these would be pretty special. Also, incredibly difficult to get unless you're buying a case. But if you did have a full set of those and set them all up in order, that would be quite a thing to look at in a binder, I think. We're down to 2 more packs here. We've already pulled, quite a few hits for this set, so I'm not sure that there'll be any more hits, but, who knows? Maybe we'll get an SSP yet or something. Ooh, another SP. So there you go. Okay. Wow. So that's another SP. Just like that one. And then we got the Lost Dragon. That's a cool looking one, isn't it now? I guess Tom rescued a dragon from a much bigger dragon. Oh, fun. These are really kind of just good cards. Like, I don't know, the Pink Panther ones were more nostalgic and I like them for the nostalgic value, but these I actually like as just card designs. As a trading card collector, I'm very happy with these actually. Like, those are great. I sort of wish there were more sets like that. That would be fantastic. Could you imagine like oh, no one's going to recognize this, but like a Heathcliff? No one cares. Nobody cares but me. That's okay. I would love it. Ooh, that's an SSP. So that is going to be one of the top cards in the whole set. I was thinking it might even be numbered, but it is not. But still, how nice. SSP right there. Beautiful. And then we've got 2 more SSRs. And 0 dupes. We got no dupes in the entire box, which, again, given sort of the number of base cards, is not too surprising. But still, I've had sets where there's 100 base cards and you get like 5 dupes in a box, so it can still happen. This has been great. This has been truly great. I'm like very happy with this. Yeah, I strongly recommend this set. Now that I know how good it is, I may even go get a couple more boxes myself. This is fantastic. I would love to have, you know, a nearly full set of those. So that would be tons of fun. Let me know what you think about this set, and leave a comment or like to let me know if this is the type of video you'd like to watch, or if you'd rather me get back to more of the anime stuff. We'll do that too today, don't worry. It's not only going to be this. But I do like to mix up the cards that I open. I collect all kinds of things, as you know. And yeah, so there we go. Not much more to say than that. I'm super happy with it. I had no idea it was going to be this good. I thought you probably heard it in my voice, but I kind of thought this was going to be a real like cash grabby kind of set. But this is fantastic. These are really well designed cards, and I'm very happy with our pulls today. So yeah, I hope you are too. And with that, I'll let you go. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.